like the whole depth chart. I don't know if we have to go into the weeds on every position for the defensive depth chart. Obviously, a big point of interest heading into spring ball. But I think there are a few tent pole players, a few anchors and a few like centrally important players on this USC defense, and I think four of them stand out among all the others. And when I say they stand out, I don't mean that they're better than the others. I mean that they are the keys. They are the connective tissue. They're like the traffic cops that if they are able to do well, that the other players are going to fit in place better around them, and you can get a better, more cohesive defense under Alex Grinch. So these four players, these four tentpole players that are going to be so important, I think, for USC's defense in 2023. So one is Anthony Lucas. Like he's the high end, high leverage transfer portal acquisition on the defensive front. Coming over from Texas A&M, coming over from Jimbo Fisher, like he needs to be the high impact guy. I mean, the biggest impact guy on the defensive line. So if Anthony Lucas lives up to the billing, you get maybe not a full replacement for Tuli Tuipulotu, but you get a lot of value replaced. And so you don't have a significant drop off there with Tuipulotu, going off to the pros. So Anthony Lucas, number one. Number two, Corey Foreman. Like 2023 is going to be, all right, Corey Foreman, prove it. All right. You came to USC with so much hype and you weren't well coached in 2021. You were done a disservice by that whole mess with the end of the Clay Helton reign of error. All right, we get it. But then 2022, injuries got in the way and wasn't able to evolve nearly as quickly or produce as steadily as anyone in the program hoped. 2023, you got to bring it. You have to now rise up to the challenge, live up to the billing that greeted your arrival at USC. Number three, Romello Height. Romello Height, was injured, missed most of last season. So, USC didn't get to benefit is all right because of the injury early in the season. It means he didn't take a year of pounding, so he should be comparatively physically fresh. Have a player who barely played any football the previous season. That means that like your motor should be faster. It means that your the amount of hits you've taken, the amount of bumps and bruises. So let's take advantage of not having had so many miles, not as much tread on the tires. And so being fresh, let's see what you can do if you're healthy to add to this defense. And then in the secondary, it's Domani Jackson, because in the brief period of time that Domani Jackson played last season, when he was on the field, it seemed as though everyone else in the secondary and really on the defense fit into their roles a lot better. That's something that I noted from what happened on the field, but also just seeing other USC analysts. It really was a common thread from the other bloggers and USC football analysts that I follow and that I respect. They several of them made the comment that when Domani Jackson's on the field, everyone else was able to slide into the right role with clearly defined, clearly delineated responsibilities. Fewer players seem to be out of position. Communication was better, cohesion was better. So Domani Jackson being healthy, that could make a world of difference for the secondary. So Anthony Lucas, Corey Foreman, Romello Height, Domani Jackson, those are the four tent-pole players. Those are the four, pillars, anchors, whatever label you want to use. I think those are the four key players on the USC defense. And again, that doesn't mean they're the four best. That's not a projection. It's just that if those four guys are healthy and playing well, you can then see the other guys around them improving and being in the right positions much more consistently. And you can see this defense finish a lot more of the plays that went unfinished in 2022.